Hey everybody, this is Brant from Nutrition First Coaching, here again with my buddy Harrison.
Howdy, howdy.
So a question I get a lot is
Yeah.
people are like, okay, I want to eat healthy. That includes a lot of veggies, and they have a lot of trouble with prepping veggies, or they just feel like it's too time consuming and it's just something they can't fit in their lives.
Yeah, that'll happen. And I think that, the first time around you do anything, it's going to be difficult. It might be confusing. It might be just hard. And, you got to stick with it, and it'll get a lot easier. It's worth it. It's worth it to cook your own food and know how to feed yourself appropriately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm sure you can show us some stuff that'll make us way more efficient.
Yeah. We'll go over some
Cool.
cutting techniques and, what little things you can do to add flavor without bumping up the fat, salt, calorie dense,
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I'll be impressed if anybody can look at all this and know what everything is. So that'll be helpful too. If you do, then you're like a few steps ahead of the majority of the population.
Yeah. So I guess let's just go over that, what we have right in front of us.
Cool.
Over here, we've got some greens. This is dino kale. It's just a variety of kale. This is our curly kale. It's relatively cheap. I think this bunch was $1.60. So, it's affordable.
Tons of micronutrients in those guys too.
Good
Just
stuff.
Nice dark greens like that.
Yep. You want your dark greens, and they're great because you can use them in a salad raw, and make sure that you scruff them up real good with a nice dressing, or you can cut them down and saute them. And either way,
It's always funny when I have somebody and they're like, I cooked down, 4 cups of kale, and it comes out and it's like this big cooked down.
Tiny. This right here is going to cook down into 2 of my fists maybe. So it's good though. It's nutrient dense. You want that in your diet.
Yeah.
I guess let's go over these guys, these starches.
Yeah. What grows in the ground, right?
Yep. All right. So we've got. I believe this is actually a yam. A lot of people think it's a sweet potato, but it's a yam. There's good carbs in here, right, Brent?
Definitely. Very good.
I find myself eating these a lot, 3 times a week sometimes.
Tons of fiber too.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah. So that's good for someone who's trying to maybe in the keto world of carbs.
Yeah. Slow down the digestion, keep the blood sugar a little more stable, and then just keeps you full too.
Yeah, they do. They do a great job of that. We've got this is a turnip. It's another root veg, right?
Don't spill the turnip truck.
yeah, I just did. So, let's see. They have a really unique taste. The first time I had them when I was a kid, I didn't like them, but I think they're great. They add just a unique flavor to everything. Really good when you get that hard roast color on there, and you don't need much to actually season these items. Parsnips.
These carrots don't look so good.
No,
parsnips.
Yeah. Parsnips. They're great. They're just, if you're doing like this right here, what we have is like a medley, a root veg medley. And they're just a great addition. They have a unique flavor. It's kind of hard to describe. If you haven't had a parsnip, go get one. Carrots, right? I think everybody's had a carrot. They're great. They'll just add that addition of sweetness, and I think it's great.
So do you have to go to like a specialty store to get all this stuff, or is this pretty much any grocery store is going to have all this stuff?
No, generally you can find this at your local grocery store.
Yeah.
Some of these are more seasonal. Right now we're in the winter months, so root veg is really popular. And me personally, I like to eat with the seasons. I have my own beliefs on that, but
I agree too.
Yeah.
I mean, the less you can ship it in from somewhere else and
Exactly.
have it picked 2 weeks ago or longer.
Exactly, and it's all.
Go ahead.
No, it's all up to you. Whether you want to eat local or go to your regular store. Whether it's a Whole Foods or just the average grocery store.
Let's get into the stinky stuff. Some of my faves.
Alliums,
Yeah.
onions, garlic, shallots. They are going to add a lot of flavor. Right here we have a yellow onion. It's pretty sweet. I use it a lot in sauces, or if I'm doing like a meat, like you see it in soups a lot. Red onion, more for raw salads, but still great. I'm gonna put a little bit in with this medley. It's just another kind of sweetness factor, but it's all up here. Shallots. These these will up your game in cooking. Shallots and garlic are vital necessity to making things taste good. Let's see, these right here, these are green onions, scallion, and they're great. The ends are perfect for, finishing a salad or finishing a dish, and it's just that little extra hint of flavor. The ends you can save, put them in a soup, put them in a stock, cut them down and eat them. I do it.
Yeah, I always wondered how much of that to actually eat. Like if you eat all the, and just cut off the little tiny root parts.
That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we have, let's see, just some herbage. And this is all stuff that's not, gonna affect your caloric intake that much. This is probably, what would you say this is?
Maybe 5 calories.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you're lucky.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, and the cool thing about this kind of stuff is adds a ton of flavor. Those little things you get from it, tiny little micronutrients, things that we're not getting in our diet on a regular basis, and literally no calories. I mean, I always tell people, eat as many vegetables as you want. I've never seen anybody get fat off vegetables.
Nope.
There's absolutely, think about trying to eat 5 potatoes. It ain't happening. But you can eat a bag of potato chips and not even blink an eye. So, the natural form of this stuff is gonna fill you up, and it's gonna give you a ton of that good micronutrient intake.